my dad's Ecuadorian, my mom's Puerto Rican, but my mom wanted to go to Colombia. Yeah, me and my sister were gonna go to Ecuador actually. Just we wanted to go for once, and then my mom took over. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Alright then.
I mean, it turned into a free trip, so it's like, why not?
Fun.
Hope so.
Anna, Anna, bật nhạc xuống xíu. Hey guys, I promise I'll never stop doing lives. So I'm using this new powder from Wave Gel. It's called Perfect Peach. Nice peachy nudie type of thing. Hope you guys like it. I like this. I'm just gonna put the primer on now. We have ourselves a little bit of a nail biter, so gotta make sure we gotta get that cuticle all the way back. And we're gonna do some encapsulation today with flowers. Wow, I haven't seen those in a while. Hey, what's up, Trakia? How are you? So let's get started. I'm gonna do salad for these nails. Oh yes. Hold on, I forgot to share. Okay, so let's see this powder in action here. Like I said, these are the new Wave Gel formulated powders. So they're very buttery. Basically, it won't move until you move it. See that? With my monomer, it's very nice consistency. You can just literally leave it right there. That'll stay. But we're gonna wait until it dries a little bit. I don't want to move this powder until it's like almost al dente, almost drying, because I want to be able to drag it through smoothly without having any issues with the powder being thinner or thicker in certain areas. So the more dry it is, the easier you can do it. See that? Also, I want to be able to sculpt my sides out to make it a little more square. Because you know how the stiletto tips, I'm using my stiletto tips, the edge is going to be a little bit more sharper, right? So I'm able to utilize that to sculpt it to make it more square and coffin, as you can see. So a lot of times when you guys are using stiletto tips, of course, when you cut the tip, it's going to have that little kind of like a sharp coming in like this because it's stiletto. So we have to be able to sculpt it and make it more taper. Okay? If you don't do that, your nail is not going to look stiletto anymore. It's not going to be. It's going to be more of a what you call it, ballerina than a coffin. Okay. It's going to be my cuticle bead. Gives me a lot of time to work with it. Flush the cuticles. Position my powder when I bring it down the base of the nail. Give myself an apex. I'm more blending in right now. I don't want to move the powder too much because I want to leave a majority of it where the apex area is. That's where it's going to protect my natural nail base. And there you go. So you have a nice transition from the cuticle area here outward. See that? And this is like a long, not even XL, so you don't really need that big of an apex. A lot of times people just want to just slam a huge chunk on there. You don't really need that much. Remember the Apex? I saw a post earlier. Someone posted that a client slammed their finger on a door and it broke. And she's like, "Why did it break?" You know, like I use C curve tips. It shouldn't Apex, blah blah blah. I'm like, people are confused. Apex is not meant to make your nails invincible. The only time the Apex even plays a role in the nail is when the nail breaks. So if your nail doesn't break, the Apex has no purpose. The purpose of Apex is to protect the client's natural nail bed so it doesn't have that break into the natural nail bed and have that bloody finger. So ideally, you know, any nail can break. It's just a matter of how it breaks. And a lot of nail techs think that if they have a proper, if they put a lot of powder thick every Apex, that the nail's supposed to be invincible. No, it's not, guys. Nothing's gonna stand up to a door being slammed on a nail. Okay. Sometimes you even pick up a laundry basket the wrong way. The nail catches on it and it just breaks. Those are nice clean breaks. You should be thankful that it breaks right at the free edge. Anytime that your nail breaks or a client takes a picture and sends it to you, it shows that the nail is broken. That means, oh yeah, you should tell the client, yep, it's because we have a proper apex. That's why it broke like that. Or else it would have broken right into your natural nail bed. You have a bloody finger. Educate them so they know. Afternoon to me. How are you? Oh, thank you, Christy. So where are you guys watching from? Where's everybody watching from? So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a live where I talk about Apex again because I've done it before, and I feel like this generation. I'm gonna switch to these two, okay?
Okay.
I feel like this generation of nail techs right now are very confused. The new nail techs coming in, and what the purpose of Apex is for, and what it is there for. So, you know, it's not. We are. And then they're like hurting themselves because they think they're doing something wrong. They're not, or they're just too focused on positioning the powder just to make sure that they have a nice bulge when they realize that the Apex is more than just a piece of acrylic that's bulging from the nail. It has structure, the proper placement of everything in the nail, and every length of the nail is different. The client's nail beds are different. So to place a proper apex is not just the same length every nail that you're gonna place the same apex. No, because not every client has the same size nail bed. You guys understand? That means that you have to place it where you can protect the free edge. You can't just position it in the same spot just because it's the same length. What's worse than an improper apex? No apex, an improper apex. You place an apex in the wrong spot, you're asking for trouble. Nice coffin shape. And for this one, we're gonna do flowers. These two. I think a nice. Hmm. Trying to see what kind of flowers would be nice here. I really like these pink ones. The purple ones. No, I need something more light. Oh, here we go. I have to break the petals up though. A mixture of flowers. These are dry flowers. I'm just gonna rip these up. And these. Nice. They'll go well with the pick. So I have these flowers here. These little ones, I'm just gonna tear them up a little bit. I want the little stems. It's been a while since I've done a flower encapsulation set. Reminds me, I gotta restock my flower kits. So for these ones, I'm gonna just since her nails are so small, I'm just gonna take the petals, the flower petals out. Give them a little bit petal look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an ombre to clear. What this does is gives me the ability to cover up the nail line. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people do when they do clear encapsulation is they don't cover up this nail line. It makes no sense, guys. You have to cover that up, please. Just to have that clear look that you want when you put the clear cap on, okay? Even my students, sometimes they post, I'm like, well, guys, you need to cover up this nail line. This right here, you don't want to see. If you see you blend it like that, you'll have that nice clear look, right? I'm just gonna go and fill in this area. Sure, because later I'm gonna cap this with clear, so I wanna make sure I get everything nice and blended in. Even the tip line. See? Everything's all nice and blended in. And be able to add my flowers. Flower petals. I'm also gonna add this little bit of glitter in here. The rose gold glitter has big flake, small flake. And this will be encapsulated later. Look how pretty that looks. This actually came back in the stock. They come with big flakes, small flakes, and foils in there. So there we go. That's my first encapsulated now. And we're gonna do the same thing for this one. So take a little bit of powder. Just gonna make sure I cover the cuticle up. Because remember, we're encapsulating with clear later. If we don't do this early, it's gonna show through. I'm just gonna lightly just blend downward. Gonna be like a, you see how I still see that nail line? So I gotta build a little bit more, okay? Work slow in this, guys. You don't have to rush during this process. Once that nail line's covered, we're good to go. It's actually a very fun set. You can do this very easily. A lot of times people overwork themselves and they overthink this type of sets, and then when they see it, they think, oh, it's like a lot of this and that now. It's all have to do with acrylics. And once you master like the control of the acrylics, even the blending of this now right now, it's very simple. You know, I'm just lightly blending it forward and I'm dusting out. I'm using my brush to get rid of any excess pigment at the tip to give it a clear look. So it has kind of an ombre to clear look, like that. Later I would encapsulate with clear. It's gonna look really nice. It's gonna show through a little bit. And ideally, if her nail bed was longer, I would be able to cover up with flowers and this and that, but it's not. So we gonna make do. So I'm gonna actually lay the flowers now. Same positioning as I did. Oh, let's do the other one. I really like these red petals because they actually give a little bit of a touch to it. And all this little pink that matches the other pink right there, but it's gonna be my outlining. Then I'm gonna add my glitter, just a little bit. Lace it in here. Because later on, the reason I had the glitter at the tip is because when I later on encapsulate with clear, this is gonna show up to party, and I'll put some right over the rose here. That's pretty, isn't it? Hello, everybody. Hello, Edgar. Love the color? Yes, this is Perfect Peach by Wave Gel. You can get this at wavegelshop.com. You get some promo code now, Dad. You in Fancy Studio? Yeah, taking pictures and show me, Tania. How buttery that acrylic? Yes. This is Barbie. This is the new formula they have. It's very buttery. I'll show you guys right now. Let's do a big bead here. Once you place this acrylic down here. You have to push the acrylic where you need to go. And the thing is, a lot of times these kind of acrylic, as buttery as it is, people actually scared that it won't dry. But this acrylic dries. So there's a lot of companies that have acrylic like this, but it won't dry, so you have to cap it with clear. Unlike this, Wave Gel is actually perfected where they don't need to do that. So that actually is very helpful for a lot of you guys. Now we don't have to actually go through a clear process every time we use color powder. I used to get asked that question a lot. Hey, do you cap your color powder with clear? And I'm like, I don't think I do that. And at first I was wondering why people keep asking me that. Then I realized that it's actually very common, I guess. People actually do that. Our second bead here. One of the biggest mistakes when doing the second bead is they just drag the whole powder from top to bottom. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to drag only half the bead because, that glitter is getting into the brush. You want to leave behind the majority of the powder with the apex areas, okay, guys? Very common and very easy mistake to make. Everybody does it, even my students in my classes. Man, I can't believe I'm leaving this weekend for Vegas already. And then we have our one last West Coast class, San Jose. Those of you guys in the San Jose area, I want to take that class. Me, Tino, and Vina. That's our last. See? That's our last West Coast class. Man, I can't believe we announced 3 West Coast classes and it's almost 2 down already. Oh, thank you, Kitty. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? Hey, Corinne. Here we go. I'm actually gonna cap this nail right now just so it dries. So remember these 2 nails that we did, guys? We have to cap the whole thing, okay, with clear. Any clear would work. I use like a supply store clear. I don't really have a difference with clear because I think all clear, for me personally, are the same. As long as you know how to use it. If you have issues using clear, it's probably because you're either like you're not controlling it enough. The more you work with it, the more you'll bubble, okay? So be careful with clear. But if you have proper control of clear, it works really well, just all the same. Because clear powder is clear powder. Yes, there's different grades of clear, but at this point, we're not doing a whole clear nail. So we're not looking for like a high grade clear that'll cost more or be harder to work with. The higher the grade of the clear, the more runny it is. So, and then it also depends on your monomer also. And this time we're just using it clear the cap, so we don't really need like a crazy clear, but it's really important for me not to have any bubbles. So I'm working slow and I make sure that I don't touch the clear too much. everything. And that's just my first cap. I think I'm gonna need to come back up and build some more structure. You see how it's a little bit thin, right? But now that I know that everything is sealed in, go back through and do the structure of it. Place my bead where the apex is. My main concern was sealing everything in, making sure everything stays in. Now I can take my time and build my structure. Clear is probably the worst powder you can work with because you know why? It gets stuck in your brush so easily. You guys ever realize anytime you guys are using color acrylic, you'll be fine, and all of a sudden you switch over to clear acrylic and your brush is just like absorbing this acrylic. You're like, what's going on? It's because clear acrylic is essentially all acrylic. When we use color acrylic, there's pigment in there mixed in there, so it's not going to be as it's not going to get stuck on the brush as much. So whenever you're using clear, make sure you clean your brush very well before you store it. That clear will be in your brush, and I'll show you guys later when I finish here. See that? Now I built my structure. Oh, that's so pretty. That's it, my first bead. I'm gonna use it to cover the nail to make sure I seal everything in. And I don't have to worry about building structure and then covering the nail and sealing everything in. So I'm gonna take it in 2 steps. There's no rush. The worst powder you can rush with is clear. It's runny, it bubbles. The last thing you wanna do is start rushing around with it. Take your time, make sure you apply it correctly, get in all your crevices. My main goal is sealing in these glitters without having any issues with the bubbling. Clean my brush. Okay, everything is sealed in. Build a little bit of structure, see that? I'm gonna be able to sculpt this, make sure it's nice and square. Like so. Because this is semi-dry, moldable, manipulatable. Powder control, powder manipulation is very important skill to have. It gives you the ability to sculpt, make something out of nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep molding until I get that nice shape that I want. That'd be like my form. Let's finish it off with some structure. Then we're gonna push the powder to the middle. And if you do get bubbling, you can also use your brush to just pat it out, pop it, whatever you want to call it. Just gonna blend it in so I don't have to do too much work later. So cleaning your brush and getting monomer. Another big mistake the nail techs do. When they clean their brush, they go in the monomer, they don't get rid of the monomer. They leave it wet and they come back up to the powder. What happens then? You're adding more monomer to the powder and it becomes more and more runny. Look at this, guys. I just really sculpt out this nail. And now it's nice and coffin. Voila. And there we go. One hand down. Class in Georgia. We just did our class in Georgia, I think last month. That Atlanta was our last class for East Coast before we went for West Coast. So after that, we left for Denver, which we just finished. And then we're going to be going to Vegas this week for the Vegas class. And then San Jose is our last class in the West Coast. And then we'll come back to East Coast with the master class, y'all. You come back with the master class. So basically the master class is going to be focused on new trending designs, the harder designs, master level designs. A lot of our students that are been taking our classes over here, the beginner and advanced class in East Coast, they've gotten to the point where they are ready for that. So in that class, we won't be doing any hands-on with the acrylics, but we will be having demos for the acrylics, and we'll be showing how to build apex again and some different type of shapes like lipstick design, lipstick shape, or even Russian shapes, something like that. And we demo for the students to watch because they have the skill to just watch and be able to replicate that. And then we'll be showing all designs, so basically all acrylic designs. We won't be having them do application or anything like that, like tube beading or something like that. We assume they should have that down. But we'll show them how to do like acrylic designs, and then we'll have more time to do more designs. So the masterclass is more design focused and technique focused, building proper technique for certain designs that require you to be able to do certain things. A lot of the designs in the art portion is going to require like 10 steps, which is like a very advanced compared to, I'm pretty sure you guys have probably never done a design where you have to do 10 steps to finish. It sounds redundant, or it sounds kind of, I don't want to be deal with that, but it's good to know. And that's still the designs that you see on those Instagram posts that you're like, wow, that looks amazing. Yep, that's where that comes from. 10, 20 steps. It sets you aside from other nail techs. Gives you that boost, And there's a lot of nail techs that are ready for that and they want to learn that. So that's why we'll be providing the masterclass coming soon. I know there's a lot of people who have been waiting. Nail techs have just been waiting for the design portion. 2 days of the design portion. I'm gonna shape my nail here. Can you take your weather back? Hey, you guys should be happy. You guys should be happy. Yeah, this one I'm with these two.
Yeah.
So you guys should be happy. In Oregon, 100 degree weather. That's more Arizona than us. Arizona is that. You guys complain about all the rain and snow now. Edgar, you think that design in Denver that we did, the last one we showed, that was one of the most, that's the more advanced design. But there's designs that are even more advanced than that. Can you believe that? Yeah. So that's why we need 2 days for designs for the master class. We're just gonna focus on design. We wanna make sure that everybody executes. And plus, the master class, we're gonna assume you have some design experience, intermediate level at least, and they'll be able to get you. And plus, we have a new teaching style. We developed, Tino and I and Vina, we talked about how to get the students to be able to learn these designs, someone that's never done it before, and get it down. So we have this new style where we're doing now in class to teach the design, and this so far it works really well. We did it with our beginner and advanced class, and it worked well. So I think for a master class, students that have some prior experience with the designs, they'll be able to actually really grasp it really well. And I can't wait, because there's so many designs that we teach that are just you never even seen on the market before, and there's products that we've came up with ourselves to create these designs. I always want to be the first ones to do something, That's why the students that are going to be learning from their masterclass, they're going to be the first ones to do these designs. We got a few new ones that we've developed. Ooh, sign you up, Edgar. I hope to see you there, Edgar, because it's going to be East Coast too, so it'll be easy for you. Edgar, you really had the natural talent for that, because your design was one of the best ones. Well, it was the number one from Denver. To achieve that level your first time, I was actually really impressed when I saw it. I was like, wow, good job. That's why it's like you never know. There's so many people that are so talented out there. You never know when they come out and they're like, oh wow. So it's so nice to travel around different states and see nail techs in different areas because you never know. Some students never knew they can do something until they actually do it. Proper guidance. Definitely, we're going to be a little bit more strict with the master class because we're going to assume everybody can do it. We're not going to be able to, like, hold your hand because we have a lot of designs to teach. So we're going to go through them as, efficiently as possible. So basically, once the technique adjustments are taught, these students should be able to grasp it and master it. That means that after that class, you should be able to go home, pop that design onto your client, and your client's gonna be like, wow, what is this? There are certain designs in acrylics that I've never even shown on lives before. Some things we gotta save for our students, for our class, exclusive. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and finish these off with these flowers here. Do the same process here. We're gonna be able to put the peachy nude. Cover the nail line up, blend it down. See it lightly blend it down. While this is still wet, that's when we're going to be applying. I'm going to do the reverse of the other side, okay? We don't want to have it come down the same direction, okay? Always have it come down the reverse from the other direction. And this set is very simple. I actually love doing this, back in the summertime. These sets are so easy to do, and you have some dry flowers and some glitters, just a nice shaping, and wow, it just stands out. These are the sets that when you post on your Instagram, the clients are like, oh, I like that, I want that, and it's simple to do. It's not going to take you long. Yes, the process of doing the acrylic part is long, but afterwards you don't have to paint. All you do is put a top coat on it. You don't have to really do much, right? Encapsulation, ombres, all it just has to do with your ability to work with the powder. Very simple designs that you'll be able to do and make easy money. Such easy money. Some little flowers, fill these in. When the top coat hits, it's like the beat drops. Not too much glitter. I want to kind of have it kind of see through also, okay? You don't want to cover too much of this with glitter. Okay, I'm gonna put away this peachy color. 73 perfect peach. I'm definitely gonna put away my glitter. case. This is back in stock on my website, untightledshop.com. It comes in 12 colors. It comes in a kit. So I'll clean my brush real quick before I start working with this clear. I'm gonna give myself a different fresh monomer. Sometimes when you're working with clear, if you have like monomer that's been contaminated, you see how it was like really murky. It's gonna cause bubbling, okay? So we are gonna give ourselves some fresh monomer and finish off strong here. So if you have issues with your clear being sticky, something like that, that's probably because your monomer is contaminated. And fresh monomer will be able to keep you from having bubbling issues. Is that different? This bead is picked up now with a fresh monomer. Just like that. And I'm gonna keep the bead there as long as I can. I'm gonna keep positioning it. Move it when I'm ready. See that? When it's ready, I move it slowly. It comes down evenly, guys. Look at that. Imagine if I try to move it earlier. It's gonna be all dripping all over the place. No rush. Do not rush with clear. Clear is like your girlfriend or your wife that's getting ready to go out, and you can't stand there and be like, are you ready yet? Are you ready with it? Because the more you do that, the more longer she takes. I guarantee you. Sometimes you just gotta crack a beer, sit down, watch a show or something like that, and when they're ready, they're ready. That's what clear is like. And that's what you want to do is rush clear. It will bubble, I guarantee you. I'll put a little bit more here. There's a little bit divot here, but I have a nice, a little bit much. There you go. Just need that much right there. And there's still a little dip here because I kept moving the powder too early. That's fine. I'll be able to remedy that. It's a little bit more acrylic. I don't know why I did that. I put the acrylic here just to fill in this dip, but when I moved it. So I'm gonna leave it here a little bit longer. So button up. And there we go. Next nail. I'm gonna do a bigger bead just to speed this up. No more 2 bead process. Fold it in. Keep the powder in the middle area. Don't worry about that. I can just drill that off later. Just a little bit of the flower stem. Keep folding the powder in. The moment it stops moving to the side, you know that it's ready to move. That's my rule of thumb. When you see the powder stop trying to droop to the side, you know it's time. The powder is ready to move. It means that I can move the powder slowly and I'll be able to create a nice, even consistency throughout the nail. Especially when it comes to the clear. Of course, I'm gonna have to drill and file this one a little bit more later, but that's fine because I have to cap the whole nail. Trust the process. Just the dam right there is from the flower. I'll be able to just move that later. Okay, and we're done with the application process. Let's clean our brush because you know clear beats the shit out of our brush. I'll show you guys. You guys see that? How the bristles are stuck together. It means there's acrylic residue in here. That's from the clear, you see that? And you may think, oh, that's nothing. Yeah, but when it's wet, it's nothing. When it's dry, it turns into acrylic. So you gotta really get that out. For a lot of you guys are getting your brushes messed up, you don't know why. It's because the outside may look clean, but the inside's not. So just monomer and consistently push, 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 because they're just little tiny particles that haven't dried it together yet. So when you feather through like this, and you feel the bristles kind of separate really nice like that, you'll know that there's no more acrylic in there. Then you'll be able to retrain your brush and store it the way you want it. See? But see how much different is this when I first did it? It only took you a few seconds. 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Do it, guys. Clean your brushes. Take care of them. They should last you years. My brush is crimped, so I'm going to train it how I want it to stay the shape. And it'll stay like that. Somebody's drilling way in the back. I've got 15 techs drilling right now. Don't worry. It's a nail salon. Somebody's always drilling. So, let's give us a hand filer here. We're gonna do some shaping. Should be fairly easy since I already shaped my acrylic. We're just gonna clean up underneath any excess. It's important to switch sides. Don't stay too long while filing. The longer you file, the worse your shape gets. Remember that. Yes, the more filing gets a better crisp shape, but the more you shape, the more you move. You can't add acrylic on. That took me about less than a few seconds, maybe 10, 15 seconds to get that shape nice and crisp. Because you should have your shape already there from your application. All you gotta do is go through and make it more crispy. That's it. Clean up and underneath any excess powder that's underneath. That's all you need to do. Switch sides. Create symmetry. That was exactly 15 seconds, y'all. See that? You didn't know how to clean my brush until I showed you? Oh, there you go. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. These videos, just not just nails, it's how to maintain your brush. That, you know what? That's just so sad that you said that. I don't understand why there's no content on how to take care of your products and tools. There should be. But I'm glad you found me, and I'm glad you know how to clean your brushes now. And this is the clear one, so I'm gonna put a little bit more work with this one. Because remember, I have the cap hole now, but it should be easy. Maybe size it a little bit, not too much. The moment I go past a certain amount of times, I'm gonna move on. Because it's very easy to sit there and keep filing, keep filing, keep filing. And before you know it, your coffin is now no longer a coffin. It's going this way, that way. Every way but the way you want it to go. All the excess powder, of course, we probably have some from the clear dripping under the bottom. You should do one on YouTube. I have one. Actually, I have a video I posted. I'm gonna look for the video in my library where I show how to clean brushes, because I have those videos up for on nail-shop.com, nail.shop Instagram for people to buy brushes to know how to take care of them, prep them, and also take care of them. So I'll probably find the video again. I'll post it up again. It's very informative. My YouTube, I have a different plan for my YouTube. I'm gonna do like a kind of a video log of when I travel and teach classes. and then I'll post on YouTube. I think that's what I'm gonna use my YouTube for. Cause I have Instagram and I have Facebook for tutorials. I'll still probably do some tutorials on YouTube, but right now it's hard for me to do content because I'm living. But now I have a team that is gonna do a lot of live content for with me, so that I'll be able to supplement some of my time with some video content. You know, you can't do everything, guys. Like at the end of the day, like trying to balance all the social media is crazy. It takes up a lot of time. A lot of time, guys. Don't try to do everything. Focus on where you're strongest, your platform's strongest. That's why I'm always on Facebook, because my platform's strongest here. So I can reach more of my followers and people that need me here. And I'll have time to supplement to my other platforms. A lot of people try to do everything. I'm like, no way. You need like a whole team for that. I see. Yeesh. Make sure everything's even now. Cuticle to cuticle. This is a little bit longer. And there we go. And there we go. I think if you want to see that video, it should be on Nail That Shop Instagram. It's Nail That Shop. I got so much new stuff coming in. It's crazy. The next couple of months is going to be very important for the platform. You guys going to see a lot of new things. I appreciate all the support. Monomer will be restocking. Thank God. I just got news. Whew. I was hoping that, I hope it wasn't for like a month. Like we're at Monomer for a month, because people need their Monomer. Honestly, the filing should be the quickest process of the nail, doing the nail. Yet I find that people tell me that they spend 20-30 minutes shaping with this hand filer. You're spending 20-30 minutes shaping with a hand filer, you're definitely you're overdoing it. You're over filing. Be careful, okay guys? Give yourself some time. Time yourself. Let's just say 1 minute per nail. So 10 minutes per hand, okay? So after a minute, just stop, move on to the next finger. Sometimes it is easy to get lost in what you're doing. You know, just keep filing. And before you know it, you overdid it. Yes, I've done it myself, so I know. A lot of times I tell you guys this stuff doesn't mean that I'm like, I've made the mistake myself in the past. I'm telling you from previous experience. Not being high and mighty either. I'm always willing to admit my flaws. Their flaws is where progress is. Gives you the ability to see where you need to work on, and you'll be able to do your progression there. exact same length. Ooh, this one's good. You don't know, but her hand is one of the hardest hands to work with. She has such crooked fingers. It's crazy. But I'm up for the challenge. Doesn't matter how crooked the client's finger is, as long as you position the tips to the straightest finger, everything will fall in line. And there we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lovely. This is some cuticle work. This is my 5-in-1 sharp. You gotta be careful with this. This is my favorite bit to use my yes, I've taught you guys how. If you've been in my class, I've taught you how to work with crooked fingers to make it look perfect when you take pictures. At the end of the day, the picture is all that matters. This is very important. For beginners, I recommend using a fine. Medium is a little bit more gritty, and the only reason why I say that is because you don't want to have too much pressure on the drill bit and then accidentally eat up too much of the acrylic. So the more gritty the e-file. Sorry, it froze. It was in low battery mode. Apologies, guys. Ran out of battery a little bit. A lot of you guys want to get faster doing nails. Don't think about getting faster. Think about getting more efficient. When you become more efficient, your quality gets better and your speed gets better. Sometimes getting faster, you'll sacrifice quality. That's not a good sacrifice, okay? Just to get a couple minutes faster, no. That's not a good sacrifice at all. When you have this mentality, you want to become more efficient with how you do your nails. You want to be able to utilize the time properly, you know? That will increase your speed, your whole set experience altogether, okay? You guys see that? Just using a different word. From getting faster to being more efficient. Makes sense, right? This is my sharp bit, so I'm able to go right in between the cuticle area and the acrylic. I'll flush it down to make sure that when this curls out, won't have any issues with lifting. Lift, where does the lift come from, guys? From the cuticle area, right? I'm seriously gonna get back to doing the Q&As at night, guys. I'm sorry, I'm so busy. I miss interacting with you guys with the Q&As. I promise you, it's gonna be back. It will be back. I miss drinking wine too. How about that? I still drink wine. Just when I do it during the Q&A, I drink more. This bit was actually a hot seller, still a hot seller. The medium and the fine. A lot of people like the medium more because a lot of them, they like to break down acrylic faster. So, but the fine is good enough for me because I don't really have a lot of bulk and my acrylic's really smooth. But if you have, your application is not, you're still working on application, then yeah, you use the medium. It's the same thing, it's just a little bit more grittier to be able to break down more acrylic. Look at that, guys. the one. I want to blend out these edges right here, right here. This is very important. A lot of times you guys leave these too wide. You need to bring it in, okay? Last thing you want to do is have it pop out when you take pictures. Right here, this corner here. I see a lot of it, just too wide, too bulky. Bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, these are the ones I did when I clear, okay? And this is that clear one. So I gotta spend a little bit more time because the clear was a little bit more bulky. There you go. Nice and easy. And cuticle work is really not that hard to do. Very simple. Repetition, same technique over and over and over. Just have a lot of control of your drill bit. And yes, you will cut the client. You know, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying it happens. Still happens to me. I still do it till this day. Okay, no one gets past cutting clients. So if you're afraid to cut a client, then definitely the wrong profession or wrong tool for you to use. But definitely a tool you need to use. Once you get past that, like, oh, okay, I'm sorry I nicked you, you'll learn from it. And if I tell you right now that even me at my level still cut clients, what makes you think, you know, that you cutting a client should be a normal thing, right? I have 15 years of experience, I still cut a client. You have, maybe you're starting out, you don't have experience yet. So it should be normal that you cutting clients. But learn from it. Don't be traumatized by it. I see a lot of nail techs get traumatized by it and they never touch the E-file again. I know the feeling, trust me. I'm not saying go out there and start cutting clients. I'm saying just when it happens, it happens. Apologize, clean, sanitize, do all the proper steps, make sure there's no infection and all of that, and move on. I gotta be careful when I'm in this area of the nail. I don't curl up into a ball in the corner and what tool you use? Just smooth out the acrylic where it's not bulky. You can use a sanding band bit, or you can use a hand filer or a buffer, or you can use a fine bit like this. Even if it's not bulky, you can still run through it softly. Just don't put a lot of pressure and you'll be able to smooth it out. See what I'm doing right now? Slowly working in circular motion because my drill bit is a circular drill bit. It's a cross cut. This one is made differently from other bits. Eat. I tell you now, I did a manicure on her before I had to start because she had so much cuticle and her nail was small. So yeah, her cuticle is a little sensitive, so I have to be very careful. There you go. So, the better application, the less work you gotta do. The acrylic is very smooth. You really don't gotta put any pressure on there. You just gotta run the drill bit over and just smooth everything out. All the rough edges, rough corners. Pretty simple, really. Sometimes I barely even have to drill the base of the nail because it's so smooth. Sometimes when it's so smooth, the more you put the drill on, the more actually uneven you make it. So I try to stay away from it as much as possible. And then just do my cuticle area, seal in my cuticles and move on, you know. There you go. Got one hand down. Ooh, I can't wait to put top coat on those. And then usually you guys see me hand file. Sometimes I get really lazy. I don't want to hand file at all. Let's go through and do everything with my e-filer. Such a useful tool for nail techs. I feel like if the e-filer never came along, we'd be in trouble. We'd take forever to do full sets. I wouldn't be able to do the whole, and there'll be a lot of lifts too. The ability to do this won't exist. That's for sure.
Hello. No. No. I don't know, I'm almost done with my nails and then I'm going home. So
There you
I'm
go.
gonna be home at like 30. I didn't see them. Okay.
Ooh, careful. We was about to go to Cut City. Mm. Ooh. You gotta be careful. Sometimes the speed matters when you're working. If you have a really if there's a lot of uneven surfaces, and make sure your speed is matching your how you're working. It can cause the bit to bounce if you're caught. This is gonna be so pretty when that top coat hits. We're all just here to wait for the top coat. I know, guys. We got 4 fingers left. Don't worry. We're gonna get there. For that, we gotta seal. Bring in these corners so it's not too bulky. Bring in these sides with my bit like that. show you the ones that I encapsulate. I have to do a little bit more work because that's just fine. It's so pretty. You see that? It's this area right here. It's so important you guys bring this area down. I see a lot of people leave it, so it's really wide here in the pictures. It does not look good. Simply just use your drill bit, hand file, whatever I do, and just drill it down a little bit, okay? We don't want this area of the nails to be wide. Mm-hmm. Nice and excess powder. Alright, so we're done with that. Let's finish up these real quick here. I don't know. Sometimes I like hand filing, but most of the time I like e-filing a little bit better. It's just more quicker. But hand filing does have its usage advantages. I do need a new bit probably. This bit's nice and seasoned. I might use this bit as a giveaway or something during one of my classes for a student that does a good design. Because this is actually a perfect for like anybody that starts to do cuticle work. I already seasoned it. Like it's over 100 sets. But look how sharp it still is. But it's not sharp enough to cut. But I need a little bit sharper. Maybe I'll take this to my class and do a giveaway for one of the students. An actual bit that now doesn't use over around 100 sets. Maybe I'll do that every 100 sets. I switch out my bit. It's actually worth a lot. These seasoned bits, people want it because using a brand new bit is hell. Okay, let's finish up here. Have her wash her hand, top coat. Okie dokie. So, some final touches, just in case we lost any shape. You should do this every time you finish. Before you do buff and wash the hands, just do this really quick. You never know. You can increase your shape by what? 2-3%. Worth it. It's like a final quality control check, okay? You never know. Crisp those edges. Maybe got lost during drilling. Life of a perfectionist when it comes to being a nail tech. All right. Beautiful. Okay, give it a nice buff. Try not to buff off these nice crisp corners I just did. Okay, wash your hands. Throw that away. I gotta start packing for my class, y'all. So I'm using my no wipe top coat. This is money back guaranteed. It's probably one of the best top coat I've used. You don't like it, you can send it back. Maybe it'll bring luck. You maybe never know. But I think on next class, I'm gonna probably have to retire that drill bit. Not retire, but like pass it down to a student or something like that in class. I do like mine a little bit sharper, but you know, it's been through a lot of sets. This bit. Look how nice it still is, though. The sharpness is still there. I don't know. It's still good. I don't know. So this is where we finish off with a nice no cleanse top coat. This is like a medium consistency. It's, you know, it clears UV LED. And here we go. Let's see the final touches. And you don't need a thin coat. It's a very thin coat. And it won't make you lose your shape either. Because the top coat itself just stays. This is the moment of truth. Ha, ha, ha. Hello spring, hello flowers, hello glitter. Hello, look at that. Woo. I told you that finger will show up. The link's in there, Gene. It's nail-shop.com. The link's in the pinned comment below. You just click it, it'll send you right there. You go to my Instagram, go to my bio, and there's the link to the shop also. You see, I don't have to wipe the sides because this is a medium top coat. It won't move. As in, it'll just coat and it won't move. It won't move to the corners, the edges, no matter how I lean and tilt the client's hands, okay? I only need one thin coat of it. Thinner the better. And then just one droplet, one thin coat. There you guys are. Thank you guys kindly for all the support, being here, joining me for this set. See? Nice and shiny. Money back guarantee. Just pay for shipping, ship it back, and I'll take care of it. If you don't like it. Look at the shape. Even with the top coat, it's shiny. You don't lose the shape at all. Okay, guys. I love this color. It's perfect peach. Nice. Yeah, I was really tired of like top coats that used to run on me, and I used to lose the shape all the time. I hated that. But a little bit of cuticle oil here for this. This is acrylic residue. It's from when we did the clear. It will flake right off of her nail with a little bit of oil and lotion or whatever you need. But you need to do cuticle work, seal it in. It won't lift in that case. Oop. That top coat is something. Hello. It's my reflection in there. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining me for this set. Very nice, simple, clean set, right? Bye, guys.